Questions and answers. Step right up and ask your question. What's we got today, my friends? Can you do a video on shoulder training, please? Your shoulders look jacked. You know what? We just hit 500 subscribers today, and because of that, I think it's a perfect day for me to finally give you guys a creative shoulder training video, okay? Now, the way I do it, I don't do a shoulder day where I do all three heads of my shoulders, but today I'm going to design a workout like that for you guys, okay? For those of you that do like to have a shoulder day, okay? And it's gonna be nether-tastic. So yeah, that's coming. That's my plan for today. How do you maximize growth in height and bone thickness before I become too old for any of these to change? Especially thickness. I have small bones, 6.5-inch wrists, and I'm 19 right now. Well, check out my supplements video, because the supplements I take for overall health and well-being will also help your skeleton reach whatever it's, wanting to genetically. And at the same time, I'd say lifting heavy weights should help with the bone thickness while you're at an age where you can change that more easily. Now granted, even as an adult, I've gotten thicker joints, for example, like the knuckles on my finger, where the bones meet, this part here, they've all gotten thicker. My wrists have gotten bigger, my knees have gotten bigger, and all this has happened in the last, like 5 years. So just remember, if your bones aren't as thick as you like, they can get thicker depending on nutrition and lifestyle, subjecting them to a reason to get thicker. And on the other side of that, having thin joints, for example, will make you look more muscular, okay? For bodybuilding, it's actually a blessing. Now for ultimate powerlifting, probably bigger bones and joints are better. But for bodybuilding, thinner joints are actually better. They create a more aesthetic and muscular look. And just remember, these formulas you read about, if your wrist is this big, you'll only ever be able to bench press this much. Do you think this guy believes in stuff like that? Hell no. It's complete nonsense. Don't let anything limit you, your mindset about what you're capable of. And there's a difference between big bones and strong bones. For example, a draft horse versus a race horse. If you took out their femur, or whatever you call it, their leg bone, and looked at it, the draft horse would have a much bigger bone and joint, but if you looked at it up close with a microscope, you'd see it's a lot more porous on that big horse. And oftentimes the strength of the thinner but more well-designed racehorse bone is actually stronger. So again, don't even let bone size convince you that you won't be able to lift as much as somebody else. It's not true. Your bones will adapt and get stronger, whatever size they are. They'll get as strong as they need to for whatever you teach your body to do. Alrighty then. But yeah, supplements video. The high-dose vitamin D3, the high-dose vitamin K2, and the high-dose magnesium that I take every night. They make my bones bulletproof, and they will help yours to mature and grow bigger and faster and better while you're still in a rapid bone growth stage in life. So I'd recommend that. That's under the health-related playlist. Thank you for your question, my friend. Nice. Ivo and Hermit, he's actually sharing with you right there. I'm posting a lot of stuff about what's in the detox and the supplements videos. Very nice, man. Very nice. Tarson, you say I should shave my beard again to show off my superhero chin. No homo. Well, I'm a bit conflicted. Yes, I like my chin, but I also like growing a huge freaky Viking beard overnight. So, might have to grow the beard first and then shave my face, and nobody recognizes me and everybody thinks I'm 12 or something. It's always fun to do that. But thanks, man. Thanks for liking my chin, no homo. Massive Iron, Steve Shaw. Pectacular. Nice. You like the chesticles, man. It's good to have you on here. It's good to see you, brother. You rock. Henrik stands for Jefferson deadlift and rack pull. Well, since I do those so often and they're going to be in more videos, the next time I do one, I'll instead of just doing the lift, I'll take the time to, show my footing and explain, my body position and what feels right and makes sense to me. Basically, everybody's stance on the Jefferson's probably going to be a little bit different because you want to be at the angle where you're going to pull the strongest. Some people, let's say this is the person and this is the bar running through their legs. Some people it's going to be more like this. Some people there's going to be a lot more X to the angle the bar is going through. And that has a lot to do with your bone structure, etc. But I'll go over it the next time I'm doing one of those, and I'll just show, how I find my position on it, okay? And give you some ideas there. Do you have any unorthodox methods to raise the overhead press? It's one of my favorite lifts, and any variation is cool to me. You know what? Since I'm going to do a shoulder video today, I think I'm going to throw in something along those lines. One thing I've used that I found actually helped, I'll show it later, but it's like a narrow grip lockout where I'm actually pushing backwards as hard as I can and sliding the bar against the rails behind me. This is teaching me to get my posture corrected to where I can get my arms back farther and I'm not fighting myself so much just to do an overhead press. But yeah, for the shoulder video today, I will plan to throw that in as one of the exercises, alright? Show you something cool there that's helping me. And I am by no means the master of overhead press, but because I've set the goal to get good at it, I am teaching myself some things, so I'll share with you. Cool questions, guys. Nuno, hey man, next Q&A. Oh, okay, that's a comment. And then the timestamps are clickable now, starting with yesterday's video. Someone shared with me how to do that, so you guys will be able to click on a time and go right to it. Yeah, stepping it up. More good comments on the improvement on the channel. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, Olaf, looks like the trap games destroyed your t-shirt. Yeah, I got a trap pump and it just ripped my shirt to shreds. My upper mid back was hulking out one day, That's the problem with hulking out. You're always naked afterwards, You destroy your clothes because you just grow 4 times bigger. And then, that's cool when you're big and green running around, but then when it's all over and you're kind of coming to, laying there in a mud puddle quivering naked, wondering what's going on and people are looking at you funny. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Something special for 500 subs, a lift or something? Well, I'm just going to do a special shoulder video. I'm going to invent something for you guys because so many of you are into that and asking for it. So I'm going to come up with something special there. I'm going to create it today just special for you guys. And thank you for everyone who's recruiting. It really makes a difference. Keep inviting your friends. Invite your Uncle Bob, your Aunt Sally, the Goldfish, anybody that you can get to subscribe because there's something for everybody and there's only going to be more. And I really thank you guys. While I'm working on the content, if you guys can just, gather people, this is the gathering stage. And then, one day in the future when we have enough members, we'll shift into a whole different stage, like maybe the, well, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Alright, thank you my friends. Keep recruiting people to the nether. Our family must grow. Our forces must expand so we can change this planet for the better. Okay, can you make a shoulder video, please? My rear delts are dog shit. Well, I doubt it, but yeah, definitely, that's coming up. That's my plan for today, guys. It's time. We got 500 of you. You guys are asking for shoulders more than anything else right now. That's what we'll do today. Okay, Ivan Maras. I don't know if I'm saying your YouTube name. I don't know if that's your real name, your YouTube name, and I don't know if I'm saying it right. But Ivan Maras, everybody, check it out. He made a really cool music video, and I put it on the featured video, okay? The Pursuit of Nether Strength, okay? And he put it to the music The Pursuit of Vikings by Amon Amarth. Could not have picked a better song. He even timed the video to where I'm singing some of the lines in the song as they're being sung in the song. In my underwear, about to do a heavy-ass squat. Yeah! Check out the video, guys. It's really, really cool. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you so much, man. That rocks. I love it. I love it! Feel free to make music videos anytime. You're good at it. And I appreciate it, and it, you know, it really benefits the channel to have something like that for people to watch, like inspirational music video, and you did a great job, man, and I couldn't be more happy. I'm just thrilled with it. It's badass. I love it. Thank you. Everybody check that out. Tiger Eyes. You sound batshit crazy, but I'm open-minded, would like to hear more crazy stuff. I thought meditation and lucid dreaming was bullshit until I started doing it. These things have science behind them. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Good to hear I sound batshit crazy. No, I'm already aware of that, believe me. My left brain watches my right brain and says, "Did you seriously just say that out loud in front of the world? What are you doing?" Ah! And runs screaming and hides in its room. And then they make up, they kiss and make up, and we're back on track. Yeah, more positive comments, thank you guys. Meaning of my tattoos. Let me just quickly try to go over that. Okay, I got Jesus the fish on my arm with a fire around it, because the Jesus I know is not some feeble sheep. Quite differently indeed. Quite different indeed. Ask if you'd like me to expand upon that. I got one on this shoulder of a crucifixion scene. It's kind of reminding me, no, this shoulder's the Viking head, and I think it's obvious enough why I have a Viking on my shoulder. And then on this shoulder I have another crucifixion scene, kind of reminding me the price of bringing ideas and information into a world that's not really ready to accept them. You know, it's like, yes, it's good to help humanity, but be aware you can easily be martyred for that. And then on the inside of my arms, where you see this writing sometimes in, it's like Asian, you know, symbol writing. It says "courageous lion." On one arm it says "courageous," on the other arm it says "lion." I have a connection to those animals, and more. If you check out some of the metaphysical content, but I've always been really connected to that animal. It means a lot to me. It's part of my personality. So that's the quick and the short of it. We can talk about it more if you really want to. Oh boy, please expand on the consciousness reading. Called a guy. Damn good question. Alright, Jedi. So what I was mentioning yesterday is that there is, now I'm not sure what this, no doubt somebody's identified this by now and it's in books, but I'm not, since I don't read those books, I don't know what it's being called. You might look under collective consciousness or collective unconscious, grid, the collective consciousness energy field. It'll probably be called something like that, but what it is, I might just call it the Force, you know, the Force be with you, but that could mean a lot of things. What it is there's all around us all the time, all the information that's ever been known by any person who ever had the human experience, it's all very close to us and it's all here all the time. If a person knows how to relax deeply and align their energy centers and the different layers of their mind properly, you can receive information from this grid or force field or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, field of information that's all around us all the time. People get brilliant ideas sometimes from this, okay? It seems to come out of nowhere, but it's not coming from nowhere. It just means that the way their mind was aligned, the way your mind is aligned at any time, it's like a receiver, it's like and your heart even more so, like an antenna for information, and depending on what frequency you're tuning into, you'll be picking up on ideas and thoughts and feelings and all kinds of things that are floating around in this shared field of information that's everywhere, okay? Now, no doubt if a person taught a whole bunch of people to suddenly master that, then nobody would need to be buying information from their government or from their religions or from their schools or anything. So this is one of those topics where it's probably a good thing that not many people are ready to pursue this, but it's okay if a few do, because it doesn't crash the system and it doesn't get us in big trouble and get us martyred. So if you're one of those few that's interested in tapping into that more, try looking around, try Googling around for information about it. Like I said, I don't even know what it's going to be called, but no doubt if I'm aware of it, other people are too, and it's a real thing. So now, if you want to get really far out, and I'm not sure if you do, but actually, if you learn how to tune in beyond that, there's actually information from beyond right here, what all humans who have walked the earth have known. There's actually information from other types of beings, not humans, that's, you know, a little further out from that, if you can tune into that. But, you know, whatever, I don't know. I don't want to get too far out on a Q&A session. But let me know if you want to talk more about it. Might even do a video on that where we can just start a thread and we can, you know, work on that and attract some other people who know about it and, you know, expand on it together, if that sounds like something you'd really be interested in. Very wise question. Somebody's paying attention. All right. Okay, more comments. Very nice. People are getting motivated to do the chest shrugs because I was showing the chesticles. I'm 16, I'm 5'6". Do you think it's possible for me to extend my height growth? If so, how? Yeah, it definitely is. I kept growing taller till I was like, you know, 22 or something. Hell, I might decide to figure out how to still grow taller just to defy the laws of physics again. Yeah, check out my supplements video under the health playlist, because again, those supplements are not only smart for anybody who wants to actually have vitality and health in the current world the way it is, but they'd also be really good for helping your bones grow when you're at an age where you can still grow. So I would use those supplements and then I would also look up exercises for stimulating bone growth, because there are a lot of them out there, and at your age you can definitely use those exercises and stimulate, you know, more bone growth. So those would be my two ideas on that. Let me know what you think, my man. Okay, somebody was having pain in the internal rotation part of their shoulder doing doing the nether chest shrug with cable machines. So for now, guys, I'd say no more doing it on cable machines. I've never done it that way, and because of that, I don't know. And because somebody's been feeling some pain, I'm thinking for now we got to just call that unsafe. Just use the variations I've showed you guys. Use the barbell variations, and you know, there's a barbell at every gym, so you should be able to pull it off. And you know, those I know work from personal experience. I haven't been to a public gym and used cable machines in, I don't know, like 1,000 years, so I wouldn't know about that. Because a subscriber felt some pain doing it that way, there shouldn't be any pain. One of the main things about this exercise is you should be able to go heavier and higher up than ever for your upper chest and have zero shoulder problems. That's one of the main geniuses of this whole thing. So I'm thinking that cable machines are a no-no for the nether chest shrug, okay? And thank you for the feedback on that, my friend. It helps everybody. We're exploring, you know, we're kind of exploring new frontier here. And I think you just solved a piece of the puzzle for us. Okay. What do you do for cardio health? Sorry if you've already addressed this. Cheers, man. Cardio health, well, The detox video and the supplement video, believe it or not, both of those will help a lot with cardio health as well as, you know, all your other organs and stuff. But as far as exercise, for overall cardio, you decide. You decide what you like. I would say when it comes to cardio, because you need something sustainable, you need to find something you like doing. If that's wrestling or boxing or going for a jog or intense hiking or lifting weights at a fast pace so you're, you know, gasping for air and sweating hard, or, you know, 100 other ideas I'm sure some of you guys have. You know, riding a dirt bike, whatever it is. Anything that challenges you on your cardio that you enjoy doing, so you will do it. You'll stick, you know, you'll do it consistently over time is what's most important. Anything that gets your heart rate up and working and makes you breathe faster and work for air is cardio, you know. So in a general sense for cardio health, I don't care. There's times of the year where I do a lot more outdoor running, you know, jogging, even sprinting. There's times a year where I don't do stuff like that, you know. So with me it's kind of seasonal what I'm doing mostly for cardio, but I just make sure that, you know, at least a few times a week, even in off times when I'm not really being competitive in the sport I'm in, or, you know, stuff like that, I still make sure that at least a few times a week I do something that makes me breathe pretty hard and my heart beat really fast. It makes me work for air to catch up, you know. I hope that helps. Neck curls, you noticed I'm using a plastic water jug and you're letting me know crap seeps out of it. You're absolutely right. And I do have some large glass ones. I've been a little wary of having them in the gym because my kids come down there and throw stuff around, but you called me out on it, and because I'm setting an example for people on health and stuff, I do need to do it right. So I'm going to switch to a glass jug. You know, the thing is, hopefully you can understand what I'm saying here and it doesn't seem like an unproductive comment. I can actually get away with more toxins like that than most people because of all the stuff I do every day to detox. And again, guys, check out my detox video. Deep detoxification is possible. And it's a lifestyle, really. True detoxification. When you live in a toxic world where the air and the water and the food and everything you touch has chemicals and weird things getting in your body all the time, detoxification needs to be worked into a lifestyle, not just something you do once in a great while, maybe. You know, that's not enough, because then you're just holding tons of toxins the rest of the time. They're wearing you down. They're bringing your thoughts to a lower place. They're bringing your physical energy to a lower place. Your emotions are hurting more. Check out the detox video, guys. It'll really help. But you're absolutely right, neck curls, and now I got to step it up to a higher standard and use glass drinking water jugs for my workouts. I actually appreciate that because I do know better, and it's a very simple fix, and you're absolutely right. And I should be showing people the most ideal way to do things that I can in any case. All right? So very cool, man. Very cool. Yeah, guys, plastic leaches things that kind of work like estrogens in your body. So for any of us that care about body composition or mental stability or health, or, you know, it's not a good idea. It's not a good thing. Thank you, neck curls. Very good point. Very cool. Very good thing to bring up. You're wondering what methods I use to achieve astral projection? Yeah. We're expanding on that over on the astral projection thread under that video, under the metaphysical playlist. I think you're already over there now, so yeah, go over there and see what's up. Check out the links, comments, stories. We're going to attract more people, and we're going to all share on that more, and we're all going to expand on that topic together. Cool comments. King Me. Oh, okay. Just positive feedback. Very good, man. Glad you're using some of these exercises. I did nether rows today with the whole stretch, and goddamn, man, the stretch going down then right back up is insane. I also did the feline pull-ups the day before, and it hits the lower lats hard. Hell yeah, man. Exactly. That's it. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're using these things, you're figuring them out, you're benefiting them, and figuring out how to use them for specific parts of your body to design the physique that you want to design, you know. Thanks for taking me up on these exercises, guys. Those of you that are trying them and learning them, they're going to be invaluable tools. Honestly, you know, a few of these are, I gotta say it, they're some of the best bodybuilding type exercises designed, created in a long time, you know, and you guys are some of the first people using them. So that's going to put you ahead of the crowd on some of the things that can be done with these exercises, these nether exercises. You guys are going to be down the line getting questions asked to you, and you're going to be teaching people, you know, because people just they just don't know this stuff. What do you use for a belt? It appears like a fairly thin piece of fabric. My current one's too thick and inhibits my mobility on deadlifts. That belt is a logging belt that my dad gave to me, that some friend of his that was a logger gave to him. They used it to climb up really tall trees and then hang halfway up the tree and cut it off. With all their gear and stuff, they had to have a good belt with a rope they could loop around it and attach to it, something really strong and sturdy so they could hang there with all their equipment and chainsaws and this and that. So I don't know what the current logger belts are. If you went and looked it up, like at a logging gear type site or something like that, you might be able to find something similar. I don't know if they still use belts like that. I can tell it's pretty old. It just kind of sat in a building for a long time. But check it out. That's where it comes from. It's not actually a, you know, it wasn't built for weightlifting, but it works really well for it, as you've seen. Check that out, my man. Funny comments. The type of dude comments, I love them, guys. Keep them coming. What's your occupation? I'll probably type a response on that. How to stop being nervous before attempting a PR. Okay. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to totally stop being nervous before a PR, because here's the thing. If you know you're going for a PR and it means a lot to you, you're going to be nervous, and that's normal. I would say learn to like the nervousness if possible, but you can also mix in some other feelings. Sometimes when I set a PR, I didn't set out to set a PR. I just said, okay, I'm going to lift this weight and I'm going to keep adding weights and I'm going to go up to something pretty heavy. And as I do that without feeling any pressure on myself, I end up getting up there to where I'm coming close to a PR, and then it's kind of like a weird psychology where I'm not psyching myself out about it, but I'm like, you know, yeah, I'm feeling pretty strong. Why not, you know? And then I'll throw the last plate or, you know, a few plates on or whatever and go for a new PR on that. Sometimes that works for me where I just sneak up on it, no pressure, and I'm not like planning like, oh, tomorrow I gotta set this PR and then I don't even sleep right that night, you know. I don't like to really do that to myself, if possible, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Sometimes you're gonna feel a lot of pressure. Just remember, it's only you putting that pressure on you, and that's okay. That's totally okay. Nervous is one thing, and then negative thoughts are another. Like, if you're picturing, what am I going to feel like if I fail at this? Your mind is the creative force, okay? And the more thought or feeling you put into something, the more likely you are to have an experience like that, okay? So I would say, to hell with worrying about failing. Just have awesome fantasies about succeeding, you know? Just practice fantasizing, that thing that as a kid the world stomped out of us and made us forget how to do. Practice fantasizing, you know, hear your favorite music, see all the muscles rippling, see yourself just throw that weight up and bend the bar and be a beast. The more often you focus on that, you create that fantasy like a music video in your own mind and in your own heart, and you even start to feel it and feel the excitement and stuff. The more often you feed those type of thoughts, the better your lifts are going to start going. The more often you feed those thoughts of, you know, pulling a muscle or dropping the weight or not being able to lift it, or it feels too heavy. If you think about it like it feels really heavy, the harder it's going to get, okay? You want to think the opposite. You want to feel like, you want to have thoughts like, you know what? I haven't even begun to tap into my potential, because nobody on this planet has begun to tap into their potential, and everybody has terribly low beliefs on this planet. So what that tells me is that my potential in this is much, much more than I'm aware. So I might as well just fantasize about awesome PRs day and night and get that good feeling in my physiology. My body will start releasing the chemicals as if I did already hit that PR. All my positive hormones, my positive chemicals, my positive neurotransmitters that make me stronger and make me feel better about myself, they're all going up. That's you mastering the power of your own mind and physiology, by the way. And you can strengthen yourself that way chemically, you know. So what I'm saying is fantasize about hitting awesome PRs whenever you have time to do so. And when you're approaching the actual bar to do it, now I don't know if you lift in the presence of other people or if you're doing this most often by yourself. With me, I'm doing it by myself, so it's like there's nobody there yelling, there's nobody there slapping me, there's nobody there making comments that I have to think and respond to. I get to just be in my own little weird world, my own zone, whatever it happens to be that day for that lift. So it's really cool because I'm just working with myself. I'm working with changing my own mind, changing my own feelings about things. And I can tell you that not putting so much pressure on myself and not feeling like it's such a big deal to hit a new PR or even to lift a weight on a certain lift that nobody believes can be done, after you let it soak in long enough that that's just not that big of a deal to you anymore, it becomes true. It becomes your truth that that weight is not that big of a deal anymore. Okay? And this could be applied to anything in life. A challenging relationship, job, career, I don't know, whatever. Hobby, spiritual pursuit. It could be applied to anything. All right? I hope that makes sense, my friend, because a lot of times we are creating so much resistance within ourselves. You're fighting yourself harder than you're even fighting that bar. And if you can solve some of the conflicts within, and this gets into a lot of metaphysical and esoteric stuff, but if you can resolve some of the conflicts within yourself, you'll find that now your energy isn't being used to fight with yourself. You have a lot more to apply to something that you're doing. That's another part of this. So let me know if any of that clicks, and we can go from there, my man. And thank you. That's a real good question. I'm sure a lot of people benefit from hearing questions like that. Can you speak on your own personal influences that have led you to spirituality? Yeah, near-death experiences, never fitting or feeling like part of this planet. I mean, that's starting from the beginning, but I could probably write, thick books on that subject. So, check out my near-death experience video. That's part of it. Astral projection videos. Look around the metaphysical playlists. Some of those videos, I actually do a pretty good job of explaining some of that kind of stuff, okay? If I get going on it now, I'm just going to run this camcorder out of battery, and I got to kind of move through these questions quickly. But I've had so many mystical, you might label them mystical experiences in life, that it's not even an option for me to just live through the five senses and think that this physical world is all that's going on. That's not even an option for me anymore. The level of denial I would have to apply to somehow pretend that that's all I'm aware of and have seen would be ridiculous, and I'm not about denial anyway, so I'd love to talk to you more about all that. Check out more of the metaphysical content. Some of the videos may be for you, some may not. Parts of certain videos may resonate, parts may not, but just start there, and let me know, man. You'll have more questions definitely if you check out some of those videos, and we can expand on it more. And you can comment on the individual video threads too, whatever comes up for you, and we can work with that. Okay, Sebastian, and thank you, awesome, everybody. Great questions, great comments as usual. Sebastian Tokle? A question for you, my friend. Do you think it's possible to combine Bulgarian light system focusing on 1 to 2 exercises daily and then adding in feeder work for other body parts? Or do you think this will be too much? Let's say clean and press combined with squats every day, and then at the end do arms and forearms or some other muscle group with feeders. I should probably add I'm sleeping for 8+ hours and bulking. Thank you for your wisdom. I hope your channel grows. You know what, man? It's a brilliant idea, and it'll absolutely work. The cool thing about feeders, when done right, is they don't drain you and they don't tear you down. They actually just build you up. So when done right, let's say you're doing arms, like you were saying here.